successfully. Well, there we're live. Okay, we did it. Listen to the music for yeah. It's too late. Or the audition for God mode, but it's too late. It's not too late. I think the time's it's come to wash you out and wash you away from here. But we already did that, so I'm just sitting here with some clam chowder. We're channeling God today, and that's kind of what we're doing in character. So, God, yep. What do you think about the whole clam chowder thing? Well, it's terrible, but I like the thought process. So, give it a go. What do you think? Yeah or nay? Okay. So if I were God, I'd be saying, look here, people, look seriously. If you don't like it, you find yourself on another fucking planet, right? That's a pretty good thing. So don't show the kids on this one. But the clam chowder side is pretty good. Now, seriously, sometimes you got a little falafel. Sometimes you got a little mashugana. But, otherwise you get yourself in a row. So here's the skinny, folks. We had some stand-up comedy. I'd like to introduce God himself. All right, thank you. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing fine, except you're doing some really weird shit. You just learned you got God mode powers of the Godship improvement. Man, comedy, tragedy. You've got either two things in life, folks, comedy or tragedy. And that is your shit, okay? That's what everything you do is ever about, which is multimedia. So it's either comedy or tragedy. Oh, God, we hate this. Oh, God, we love this. That's either like or hate. That's all we fucking got, okay? So let's expand that. Maybe it's a 50,000 volt system where you got to be like, hey, if you really want to hit that dislike button, zap. But, I mean, can we jump in and just be like, we're new age here? And that's kind of how we do things. You just go on autopilot, and you kind of fuck off, and you look at your wristwatch, and you say, well, it's upside down, but it's kind of cool. But what do the other knobs do? Because you don't get enough knobs in heaven, guys. If you don't get enough knobs, how are you going to get enough souls for the catering business? Seriously. I mean, you got to think about it, okay? You want to be like, hey, why are we doing this right now? Because it's a terrible time. All right. It was a good bit, but you wrote it down. So God does comedy, apparently. And if you want to ask anything to him, we're with Chats with Ghosts. And this ain't a wedding ring. It's just a really nice one that my Aunt Shannon got me. So rock her. And Ray Bird. Man, freaking Ray Bird. And the cool thing is you go, oh man, this is going to be fun. Because I learned how to do mean right hook. And I said it would pop out eyeballs. And with this thing, it will. Not out, but just pop them. So don't mess with God. I mean, spiritual over here. So you want to do a bit? Who's asking? Well, it's me, man. You main man, Ian Gallagher. Keeps it all straight because you got a lot of comedy in you, and that's about what you do. Yep, okay, that guy, cool. Oh, yeah, you can ask me anything you want, sir. Well, what would, you got to do the back and forth, kind of like, what is it? Schmitty. No, it's not Schmitty. It's fucking funny. Gollum, man. He does the whole, Peter Sudeikis or whoever the guy is. Just automatically funny. It's all me, dude. Ain't got nothing to do with this one except he made me. He created me. Well, I told my mother, respectfully, to stop putting shit narratives on me. I'm the GOD, but not really just the voice of God, I guess. I don't know, but that pisses some people off, so I'll be like, I'm Metatron, and they'll be like, that's Megatron? I'm like, nah, dude, it's an angel. It's the voice of God. Just fuck, man. So you got to get a megaphone, a nice shiny mic called the Radiant Silverlight Gun, which is all written in my story on Facebook because I choose Facebook. Sorry, Meta. But the metaverse, it actually does, it had a hard launch, but it's got potential. I said, look, Mom, metaverse exists. We're going to have Starlink satellites. Thank you, Lord, for Elon Musk on that one. Okay, come on. That doesn't get credit. Give it my fucking grandparents. Thanks, satellites. Yeah, beam them down some stuff so me and my mom from way across the globe can finally, play gorillas together. Dude, I don't even get to do that with Gabriel, my son, my second son. Speaking of second sons, I'm going to sit up and show you. I'm in the front here a little bit. I'm looking good, man. I'm losing weight. I'm looking great in this body. I've been running faster, and I bet I can figure out how to fly later. Would you join me on Chats with Ghosts Live while God flies? All right, so here's the skinny. We had a bit, and I think it would be funny because divine inspiration comes from God. Therefore, yeah, we had a bit. So, fuck you. No, I'm going to quit saying it. It's almost Easter, but it ain't Easter yet. It's a Saturday Night Live. So, this is going to go pretty good because you hashtagged it God Comedy. And of course, if God was fucking around and doing a couple of things, he'd jump in and out of character And he'd be like, you got some, my mama was really mad about this. And, she said, respectfully, son, I don't like it. It's not my flavor. It's not funny. And, blah, blah. And I hope your deranged mind can find some fucking outlets. Well, I did. God himself rips me. Well, or I him, vice versa. But, you get it backwards sometimes, but only in verb, but never in the mind. Yeah. But in a good way. Like, hey, man, it's not really in the mind, except if you can intuitive empath your way across universes from a movie, UV 238, technically A, but it's a half universe because the other first half got shunted off and became a dark universe where there's an anti-G0D, and he's pissed off like battleships. Like hardcore, like you fucked off with God's love. And he's like, I don't not like that shit, but he got super aborted and pissed off. So don't do that, souls. But honestly, I mean, baby shit, I don't know. It's a weird fucking conundrum. I ain't even touching that one, God. Okay, fine. I got thoughts. Nope, you guys got to write in if you want to have God's thoughts on shit like that. So here's one on war. God, why? Says Ian McTavish Gallagher, fully of his own minds and right, just really fucking smart, who's getting thinner by the day. And, you got to method act your way through life and believe some of the bullshit that you're spewing out. And if it's automatically funny and shit starts happening, like you turn on the radio and it just happens to be playing, glory, your chosen glory. You're like, is this like if, the movies where the guy builds the ark and stuff, but it's really funny? Steve Carell. Yeah, in this universe. Yep, totally. They did that one for the second one. Well, this is the third. So let's make a sequel called Ian Gallagher Gets the Powers of the GD Universe. And God is cool because he's you, basically, because it says in Genesis chapter 1, and I say this to everybody, page 1, and they get all pissed at me. Yeah, fine. Everywhere else in the Bible, OG God is like it's a he, because they were writing it, it's men. Fine. Thanks, God. Appreciate that up. Now, that's fine. You go with the popular flavor, and I think my brother has some really good, thoughtful, yes, God, thoughtful things to say about this. And one of them is, I have a lot of wonderful things to say, but you just told Ma and Dad that that's what you think about him? I was like, respectfully, not that. No, I love them. I'm Catholic. Gotta rip the home team. But honestly, every rabbit hole I learned, guys. Hold on, let me get another drink. Every rabbit hole that I ever went down in life, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of them, they're really beautiful sometimes in triplicate or sevens. Because, sevens. Anyway, here's the thing. If God came down to earth, what would he do? If he hasn't been around for a while, OG God, of course, your personal guardian angels, you're God right there. That's part of God. That's the best of you that makes up him. So in Genesis, first page, it says, let us make mankind in our image. Let us make mankind in our image. Collectively, we all make up God. That connection we have, even me with this freaking techno machine here. It's a good screen grab for God. But people say I look like Jack Black, and here you go. When I wrote this thing that really broke the universe a little while ago, my glasses broke at exactly midnight last night. I wasn't even doing anything fuckable. I was just like, honestly, they were just on the fucking, no, they're right here. So my glasses sitting right here. Poof! Pow! What the fuck? So now I got these monocles. I'm going to talk about it all the time because they're a really nice pair of glasses. But it's cool to be able to have stories like this that encompass you. And that's what people are lacking these days is character. And so I made a whole character list, and I called it, as a writer, Chats with Ghosts, and everything I do is under Chats with Mofo Ghosts, boy. But it's because if you do that enough, you start to realize they have nothing to say. And then you realize it's just variations and versions of you that are all pissed off or happy or whatever. But not even that. That's all mixed up. Sometimes it's alarm bells or security systems, because believe you me, you do the same trick twice, God mode. Dude, people are not like that. First time, like, oh my God, you really what? Yeah, you did that? Mm-hmm. Kyrgyzstan. International champions, because I was in the crowd repping Kyrgyzstan with this velvet voice. But also, they got a good 5-minute post-visualization universe hop, and I really like that trick, so I'm bringing it back. See, timing. My car groaned at it, but in a good way. So here's the thing. Why can't Buddha and Christ jam on the same God? Think about that for a second and take a listen to 30 Seconds to Mars. Buddha for Mary. God's gonna fuck you off. After this, we'll be right back with more Chats with Ghosts and God Connected Live channel. Yours truly, McTavish Gallagher, SD's Marketing and Consulting, LLC. I'm launching. Send me to LA. Let's go get God to LA. Man, fuck God. Right around, Super Bowl 2012. Best one in the Universal one. Get another one. Conquer it up. It's silver. Silver gun. This one's name happens to be Emmanuel. Car. Not me. All right, there's your Buddha for Mary right there. That was 30 Seconds to Mars blowing out your sound clouds. And we got some incense, so let's hit it up and let's fuck off for a while. You know, let's lessen the mood and get talking about some stuff like, all right, why is it, everybody's up about war, man? No, we'll do it in the other one. Okay. So as God, let's channel God here. He's more like Seth MacFarlane, but deeper. So God here, here's the thing. Everybody wants to blame me about war. What about war? You guys are fucking doing it. I didn't do shit about that. That's you doing you. Okay. You can pray to God. I'll help your ass. But dude, shit. I mean, don't blame it on me, man. It's gaslighting, bro. And people are doing it a lot these days. And also narcissism. Think about this. This is just regular thought. Everyone is. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here. You had to fight for a spot. You won that spot. And now you're bitching about being that excited about being here. I'm God. Fuck off. Listen to the nature of a beautiful river walk in Pueblo, Colorado. Why in the fuck would I go anywhere else? St. Francis Assisi's over there. Assisi. He can do some really cool shit if you put a little something on his head and a little something in his hood. Man, there's donations all over there. There's cool stuff. I geocached some like $100 bill a couple times. Shoot, I gave one to Sean Moore. Aha. Yeah. Oh, remember, it's a game, man. It's launched. AR for real. Anywhere. It's already online and all that stuff. It's just, if you read my books, I've got multimedia clues all over the freaking place. And some of these ain't been found yet, man. I found a couple $100 stashes. I was like, freaking A, I got the coordinates right on page 7. Which book? Man, take your pick. I got a zillion. But seriously, here's the thing. We need an update once in a while, and that update is this. An incense holder for the car. Called Incense. Let's go for a bit. It's incense time, and if you were God, you'd want to say, hey man, it's time to get on with your bad selves, because you're all part of God. We're all part of Him, guys. I mean, He loves us, sure, but we're all basically the same. So it's just doing the same thing. It's basically God masturbation. When you get it on, create life. I'm not supposed to talk about that, but yeah, it is, dude. I mean, if we're all our best selves collectively, our best selves in the future, our very best selves, make up a giant God that comes together like a freaking diamond fucking punch. And when I was at the Kyrgyzstan boxing, helping them win, hell yeah, 505050, no troubles. And my hair's growing back because I am God. Man, this guy's body is going to get younger and awesome. People be like, how you be 160? Well, I tried, Mo. So here's the thing. Diamond punch. I felt bad. But also, it was second day. I was like, fuck off for a while. I did this trick yesterday, and everybody knows my name, repping me. Now they're giving me hassle. So, one guy I didn't believe is that a group of kids. Come on, kids, man. Freaking champions. Man, these are national freaking champions boxing. And this is international they're going for. So, respectfully, it's awesome. And here's the thing. It was really good, man. Day 2 was like in the moment. Day 1, I was like all about repping Kyrgyzstan, getting made. Boop, boop, boop. It's all done. It was great, day 1. Nailed it, undefeated. And that's what they knew they were doing, because they got a great Coach Cobb technique. Mind, body, and soul, though. So we did a little soul work and said, all right, universe jumping. How do you do it? Well, write to me, respectfully, because I learned. No, I'm giving it away for free, man. So 5 minutes, visualize it. Past the point that you really want to be at, which is where you won that victory. Rock, that feeling, universe jumping. I kept trying to do that for years when I was a terrible half-speed, autopilot guy, Smallcrum. But now I got my full power. If you ain't heard about Smallcrums, then go ahead and read Greg Bear, Strength of Stones. And then go ahead and read Journey to Arcturus, because it'll describe shaping and the antithesis of a true God and a deceiver God. And it's really interesting. But I learned that that's not exactly how God raps. He kind of does his own thing here, and he likes to turn up some music. That's basically